What's up, guys? Welcome back to Doc's Pop Reviews. 1883, that was featured on Paramount Plus, has ended. Or has it? I got word that more episodes have been ordered, but I also saw in the news that 1883 is a limited series and that there will not be a season 2. So I'm just going to review what I've seen so far. If there's more episodes to come, or if there are flashbacks in Yellowstone, I'm not going to re-review this. I'm just going to review what we have seen because this seems to be the season finale. Now, before I continue, spoilers are ahead. So I feel like I've given a few days before reviewing this. If you've never seen episode 1, you've never seen the show, or you just haven't had time to watch the season finale, go ahead, stop right now, come back, watch the video later because I'm going to discuss several things about the show as a whole. First off, I'd like to go ahead and give my rating. I give it a 9 out of 10. It's not a perfect show, but it is one of the best shows, not just best Western shows or best, old-time pioneer shows. It is a phenomenal show. But I do give it a 9 for a few reasons. One, I don't know if a show like this, especially now being a limited series, is rewatchable. I don't know if next year I'll sit down and say, you know what, I'd like to rewatch 1883. Or 3, 4, maybe 5 years from now and say, I'd like to rewatch 1883, like a movie. Tombstone is one of my favorite Westerns of all time. I watch that movie every single year. I don't know if I have that same feeling about 1883 as a TV show. Maybe I do. Maybe I will do that. But as of right now, I don't see this show as very rewatchable. One of the reasons that is because, and this is a good thing, Taylor Sheridan is not afraid to kill off favorite characters. Ennis was only in the show for 5 episodes, but he was likable. He won Elsa's heart, but 5 episodes in, Taylor Sheridan had his character killed. We're like, whoa. And to end the series, the two, in my opinion, best characters and best actors in the show, Sam Elliott and Isabel May, both met their demise, met their end. One was that, he's old at the end of his life. One barely even starting hers. And both, unfortunately, their lives were cut short. Again, this is a pro and a con because these characters dying, it hits you emotionally. I'll admit, both my wife and I were in tears in that last episode. However, I didn't like the very last scene where Elsa is riding off with Sam. I didn't like that. There's too many questions with that. Is Taylor Sheridan saying that, that's her heaven and Sam was dead as well and met her? Why wasn't she with Ennis? They said there was a 6-month traveling period, but we don't get to see everything that happened in between, and it kind of felt like she moved on from Ennis to Sam very, very quickly. And so that last little bit kind of took the emotion away from me. So that's why those are the 3 reasons I bump it down to a 9 instead of giving it a perfect 10. What do you guys think? Leave your comments down below. Do you give it a perfect 10? Did you like the last little scene where Elsa's riding off with Sam, or did you think that was just a little too much? Now, moving on to the good things. Before I move on, I also want to say I do believe 1883 is a better show than Yellowstone. I know it's all tied together. I know it's all part of the same universe, but looking at them as separate shows, I think 1883 did a better job. Because if you look at Yellowstone, if John Dutton, Casey Dutton, Beth Dutton, Monica Dutton, Rip Wheeler, any of these characters, Jimmy, if they died, I'd be like, oh man, that was a shocker. I think the death of a character in Yellowstone that would hit me the hardest would be Rip, but I wouldn't cry. I'd be like, oh man, I can't believe they killed him. He, in my opinion, Rip is the best character in Yellowstone. But 1883, like I said, it had me and my wife in tears when Elsa passed away. And it was, I knew he was going to do it, but it was even a heart-wrenching moment when Sam Elliott's character took his own life, the captain. I was like, oh man, I can't believe he did it, right there on the beach. But for Yellowstone, they're 4 seasons in, about to be 5 seasons in, and I don't have that same connection with any of the characters because they're actually more portrayed as not necessarily villains, but very, very flawed individuals that care more about the land than family. Or Tim McGraw's character as the dad, it was all about family, 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 finding that better life, that dream. Elsa, trying to live her life to the fullest even at that young age. Whereas the Yellowstone we see now, it's all about keeping that land, not finding something better for the family. So, like I said, I think 1883 is better than Yellowstone. What do you guys think? I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. But 1883, I wish there was a season 2. Like I said, I think the characters were awesome. I think the actors did phenomenal. I do believe Sam Elliott and Isabel May were the best actors, but this was definitely Tim McGraw's best performance by far. Faith Hill, I've never really seen her act, but I feel like she did a great job. The Cowboys, I mean, just everybody brought their A game to 1883, and I would love to see more television shows like this. And I heard Josh Brolin is working on a Western as well. I think it's called Outer Range. Looks like it might be kind of similar to Yellowstone. I'm not too sure yet, but I'll keep my eyes out on that one. But man, 1883, just every Sunday, my wife and I were looking forward to watching a new episode. I don't know what we're going to watch now, but it was just so captivating. The journey that they took, the Oregon Trail that, only Thomas, which is LaMonica Garrett, and he was a phenomenal actor as well. Him and his, newfound wife and the 2, stepsons, they get to Oregon, but that's pretty much it. And, they didn't say this in the show. Maybe they'll address it in the new limited series 1932 when that one releases the spinoff. Why it's called Yellowstone, I'm assuming that's because of Elsa, with her yellow hair, yellow lightning. Elsa, that's the stone that they buried her. That's the gravestone. And because she had that blonde hair, the place is called Yellowstone. So I think that's what they were getting at. I could be wrong. But guys, what did you guys think of 1883? Do you give it a perfect 10, 9, 8, 7? You hated the ending. You loved the ending. Do you feel like it's rewatchable? Love to hear your thoughts on it. And I hope that they make more shows like this. Taylor Sheridan, I haven't seen him write, direct, produce anything bad so far. Everything I've watched from him, whether it's Wind River or Yellowstone or now 1883 and the other movies he's made, it's all been awesome. And Paramount Plus just needs to hand him the keys and let him run with it. All right, guys, have a great day. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.